All right, VOD number 2. So it's been exactly 1 week since starting chemotherapy. I think 5 or 6 days since I posted the last video. I know I was in pretty good spirits during that last video, and I'm happy to report that I'm still in pretty good spirits. I finished that 5-day infusion, and then today I finished my Monday single session infusion of just the bleomycin, and I'm doing really, really well. I feel very fortunate, a little bit lucky. I feel like the side effects aren't hitting me quite as hard as they could be and as hard as they might be hitting other people. But if you're about to go through this, just know that there's a good chance that if you're anything like me, you might suffer little to no side effects. I don't want to give anybody false hope, but I mean, for the most part, at least the bad side effects I've been able to mostly avoid. Now, the major ones that I'm talking about are kind of like the nausea. I haven't really been sick. I have been on top of taking my anti-nausea medication, so make sure you do that. But I've been able to. I'm going to take this off because I'm not even using this. I just realized that. I have been able to avoid nausea. I haven't thrown up once. I haven't even really felt like throwing up once. Occasionally, when I wake up in the morning, before I get some water in my stomach and get up and move, I'm a little bit like but I feel like that a lot of mornings if I wake up too early, so it feels pretty normal. Been able to mostly avoid fatigue. I would say Friday, the last day of that 5-day infusion, I had a little bit of kind of soreness, tired, a little achy, but nothing too bad. I would kind of relate it to having a nice, I don't know if anybody's played sports, like having a nice conditioning practice where you come home and you're just like a little ready to lay on the bed and not do anything. So pretty minor. Now I have had some experience I've experienced a couple minor side effects, ones that aren't that big of a deal. I have some ringing in my ear, which is really kind of crazy sometimes. It comes and goes. I find most of the time it's like when I'm eating or when I put pressure in the jaw, I can hear a little bit of ringing in the ear. So it's a little annoying, but like a 2 out of 10 on the serious scale. It could be worse. And then on Friday, I also had a little bit of neuropathy in the fingers, avoiding it in the feet for the most part. Excuse me, but got a little bit in the fingers. But by Saturday, it was gone, and it was maybe like an hour of that, and so nothing really to complain about. I've had a great week. My days have looked the exact same. I think I even talked about it in the last video. I basically come in. They hook up the IV. They give me the saline flush fluids and then the chemo drugs, which is like a little bit of steroids and then some anti-nausea medication. And then they hook me up to the the E one. I always forget the name of the E drug. And that one takes about an hour. That one's pretty much a walk in the park. I'm able to completely function. Then they flush me again, and then they hook me up to the cisplatin, which is the P in the BEP. And it's this massive bag, and it's a 2-hour infusion, and that's definitely the worst one. I'd say about 45 minutes into that one, every time I start to feel a little bit a little lethargic, tired. On one of the days I took a nap, but then once that's all in and they flush my system again, I think they even might give me some more drugs. I'm not sure. I usually bounce back from that pretty quick. Within the hour, I'm back to relatively normal. Then I come home, I do some reading. I need to start cleaning up because I'm letting my house get a little bit messy. I've been a little lazy, but I go to bed early and I'm ready to do it again the next day. So yeah, feeling lucky so far. That's what my week has looked like. The weekend was great. I mentioned this in the last video, but I used this weekend to really take care of my mental health. I saw a bunch of friends. I saw my dad. We had lunch. I saw three different friends on Sunday. And the funny thing about Sunday versus this morning and today, I felt better yesterday than I did today, both physically and just dealing with the chemo in general. But importantly, physically, I felt better yesterday. Even though I had extra day off today, you'd think the longer you've been off the chemo, the better you're going to feel. But I genuinely think the reason I felt so good yesterday is I was with some friends. I was laughing. I was doing things that made me feel normal. I was happy. I was walking around, got a little bit of exercise, walking around a lake with my buddy Zan. And I just think that goes to show that take care of the mental side of things, and that'll help take care of the rest. I think the mental can play a huge role in how the you feel physically. So, staying on top of that was good. And then today I had my labs, my oncologist visit, and then I had my bleomycin infusion, and that one only takes about 15 to 30 minutes. And that one, from what I understand, is the lightest of all of the chemos. So I'm feeling good today. Not much to report about on the blood work. They did not do my tumor markings. They only do that at the start of every cycle. I didn't know that. I would like to know what my my tumor markers are at, but from what I've heard, what my oncologist said, everything should be going to plan. The only thing that was a little low was my potassium levels, so he prescribed me some horse pills. These things are, I doubt the camera's going to do it justice. And I also got really meaty, fat fingers. But I got to take these for just 5 days to hopefully get my potassium levels back up. But yeah, that's it. It's just a short little video here. Just wanted to check in and, hopefully give anybody that might come across this and just going through the same thing some inspiration that first week is going to be a piece of cake. You got it. Stay tuned, because this week I am going to be probably posting, well, I'm definitely going to be posting some gaming. I think it's going to be a blind playthrough of The Return of the Obra Dinn. It's a video game. So keep your eye out for that. I'm hopefully going to do it all in just one day, one long gaming session, and then break it up into different parts. We'll see. But if you're interested in that, keep your eye out. If not, I will probably be making my next cancer VOD a week from today when I do my next bleomycin infusion. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.